Hello, YouTube, and welcome back. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Today, we're going to be back in our series on All About Hymns, learning about another hymn today. And today, we're learning about maybe one of my favorite hymns of all time. And that hymn is My Savior First of All. And we're going to be learning a little bit about this hymn today. This hymn was written by Fanny Crosby, one of the most famous hymnists of all time. She wrote over 8,000 hymns. Think about that. That's incredible. I can't even imagine writing one, but she wrote over 8,000 hymns. Most of them have never been published as songs. But she lived from 1820 to 1915. Think about that. She almost lived 100 to be 100 years old. If you live to almost be 100, you can write a lot of hymns too. But she wrote more than just hymns. She wrote many poems. And what's maybe most incredible about her is that at the age of 6 weeks old, she was blind. Now, we're not going to go into the whole story about Fanny Crosby. I'm sure at a later date we'll show that and or we'll tell her story but we're not going to do that at this time. But she was blind at 6 weeks old. She was blind for pretty much her entire life, and she wrote so many wonderful hymns that we sing still today, even though she died over 100 years ago. And so it's an incredible. But this song, My Savior First of All, she wrote it after someone had talked to her about. It was a Scottish pastor. He said to her, "Fanny Crosby, man, I see how God has used you and how God has done all these wonderful gifts through you. But I wish that He had given you sight so you could see." And she was a firecracker. If you ever read anything about her, you could tell she was a little firecracker. But she said, "Oh, no, wait. No, I am glad I was blind. If I had been born with sight, I would have asked that the Lord had made me blind as a kid. That would have been my one thing that I requested." And the Scottish pastor was a little bumfuzzled. He said, "What? Why would you want to be blind? Why would you want to lose that sight I mean, you could see all these beautiful colors. You could see all these beautiful things that you've written about. Why would you want to be blind?" This is what she said. She said, "Because I would get to see my Savior first. Because the first face that I would see would be the one who saved me." Wow. Think about that. And think about it. When she died in 1915, she passed away. And the first face that she ever got to see was Jesus Christ, was God the Father. And what is that? What a great end of her life. What did she do? She just said, "I don't care the difficulties. I don't care the problems I have. Yes, I have difficulties. I can't see. I need help getting from point A to point B because I can't see." And if you study blindness and how they can't, people they have a hard time telling night and day because they can't see it. You know when it's daytime because the sun's out. You know when it's nighttime because the moon's out. But blind people don't have that perception. But she said, "My Savior first of all. When my life's work is ended and I've crossed the swelling tide, and the bright and glorious morning I shall see, I shall know my Redeemer when I reach the other side, and His smile will be the first to welcome me." Man, what a thought that our Savior is smiling when we see Him. This hymn, we may not be blind, but one day we were blind. We were blind in our sin. We could not ever get to heaven. But now I know that I get to go to heaven, and I'm going to get to see my Savior's face. Man, I cannot wait to see his face. I cannot wait to just see those scars on his hands and on his side and his feet that were there, that are only there for me. I hope today that you have a greater understanding of how much the Savior loves you, how much the Savior loves me. And remember this hymn today, my Savior first of all. And think about what Jesus has done for you, and that one day we're going to get to see him. Today, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you've enjoyed this series, learning all about hymns. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.